Good morning, students. I, Shravan sir, from Shravan Kumar classes. I welcome all of you here in this video. Actually, this video is prepared for all of you board exam activities based on chemical reactions and equations. Okay, students. Definitely, you should remember that 3 marks from these activities means question based on the activities for 3 marks will definitely come in this examination. So I have prepared some activities that is the completely based on the NCERT, and you should learn and you should remember the points, and I think that this video will be very helpful for you in this examination. So let's begin with the first activity, where you will see I have taken quicklime, means calcium oxide. Okay, so when this calcium oxide, whose name is quicklime, when it is dissolved in water, it is dissolved in water, actually the reaction takes place. Calcium oxide, that is solid, when it is dissolved in water, it forms calcium hydroxide. See, this calcium hydroxide is only known as slacked lime. Actually, students, during this reaction, some heat is also produced there. Heat. This heat is also produced. So, when calcium oxide, in the examination always it comes that material X is used for whitewashing. Okay, so this material is X, and the material that is produced means the product is that is the Y. Okay, students, so actually this reaction is the type of combination. It is the type of combination and as well as exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. You should remember that. So first activity, that is very clear, and I will tell you in a very short way also, so that you can remember. I will not make my video lengthy. So when calcium oxide is dissolved in water, it forms calcium hydroxide. So simply calcium oxide is known as the quicklime, where the calcium hydroxide that is produced is known as the slacked lime. Okay, that is used for whitewashing. What is used for whitewashing? X means calcium oxide. Okay, that's clear. So next experiment. See, this is the magnesium ribbon. Okay, and you have read in your chapter that before burning magnesium ribbon, you should have to clean it by a sandpaper, because magnesium oxide layer is there that resist it from burning. Okay, so magnesium is taken there, magnesium ribbon is there, and when magnesium is burned, see, magnesium is burned, this reaction will take place. Magnesium plus O2 means heat is required there for burning it. So magnesium oxide is formed there. So that is the white powder. This is white powdery substance, that is the magnesium oxide, and many times we have explained about this one. So question comes, a metal X, when burnt in air, a white powdery substance is formed. Name that, tell the reaction and type of the reaction. See, this is also the reaction that can be called combination reaction. Combination reaction, and actually when it burns, it burns with dazzling light. Dazzling light. In many crackers, जिसको हम लोग अनारदाना बोलते हैं, in many crackers the powder of magnesium is used during the Diwali night. Okay students, so this is also the combination reaction. But see, when this magnesium oxide, when this is dissolved in there, dissolved in, it forms, magnesium oxide was there, when it was dissolved in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide, that is the base. Understood students? This is the base. As in acid, base and salt chapter you have also read, and I think that in the short videos also I will tell you about that acid, base and salts. So when this magnesium powder is dissolved in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. As it is the metallic powder, means metallic oxide, when metallic oxide is dissolved in water, definitely it will form bases. Okay students, so that's clear. The second experiment was that when magnesium ribbon is burned in air, it burns with dazzling light and forms magnesium oxide, that is the white powdery substance. Okay, so next come to the next point. When 2 gram or 3 gram Fe2O3 has been taken there. Okay, so when this is heated, remember, when this is heated, definitely you know that some light is produced there. Students, some gases are produced there. Here, this is the pungent. Pungent means directly you cannot keep your nose where the gases are evolving, as they may be burning sensation in your nose. Okay students, so that's why when this activity is done, so when this Fe2O3, when we have taken there, remember that firstly here in this FeSO4, ferrous sulfate has been taken, and when it is heated, so it forms Fe2O3. Here it has been taken FeSO4, so it forms Fe2O3 ferric oxide plus SO2 plus SO3. See, these are the collection of gases which have pungent smelling and they are irritating. So this is decomposition reaction. This is decomposition reaction. Remember, this is very important. Means when ferrous sulfate has been taken in a test tube and when it is burned, it forms ferric oxide Fe2O3 along with gases sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, and these have pungent smelling. Means directly we should not have keep our nose where these gases are evolving. So that's why this is here the single substance has broken into 2 or more than 2 substances. So that's why this can be called a decomposition reaction. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, now see here this is sunlight. It is sunlight, and this is a white powdery substance AgCl. Okay, that is white powdery substance. So when this AgCl is kept in sunlight for some time, ultraviolet rays, it takes it and it is broken into Ag plus Cl2. Ag plus Cl2. Okay students, so here this Ag means silver, it becomes of gray color. It becomes of gray color. So that's why there also you see that AgCl has broken into Ag and chlorine. That is the photo decomposition. Photo decomposition. Okay, as silver chloride has also broken into its 2 components, silver and chlorine gases. Actually the heat has been taken from sunlight, that's why this reaction can also be called endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. So this is clear students. When silver chloride that is of white powdery substance, when it is kept in sunlight for some time, we see that there is the change of the color. Means silver chloride, earlier it was of white color, but after putting it in the sunlight for some time, it converts into gray color. That indicates that some reaction has taken place, and that reaction is there, as I have written there. AgCl breaks into Ag plus Cl2, and that is photo decomposition reaction, as heat is required for this reaction. So that's why it can be called endothermic reaction as well as. Okay. So next, in a test tube, sodium sulfate has been taken, students, sodium sulfate, and here in another test tube, barium chloride has been taken. Okay. So when these two are mixed, see, when these two are mixed, we see there white precipitate is formed. White PPT is formed. Okay, white PPT. Understood, students? So this white PPT means what the reaction takes place there. Na2SO4 plus BaCl2, actually BaSO4 plus NaCl. Okay, in the last video also we read about the double displacement reaction and ionic reaction, so no need to tell about all those things here in this video. Actually this is a precipitation reaction. Na2SO4, when it is dissolved in BaCl2 or BaCl2 is dissolved in Na2SO4, so then BaSO4, that is white PPT, that is white PPT, means precipitate is formed there along with this aqueous salt. So this can be called precipitate reaction or simply double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Okay, students. And next that you should know, that is very, very important, activity number 6. Here in a watch glass, see, copper has been taken. Copper. Understood? So that copper is of reddish brown. Remember, colors should be remembered by you. So copper powder is of reddish brown. When it is heated, okay, some reaction takes place. So what type of reaction takes place, student? There it is the copper. When it is heated with oxygen, a black substance is formed, that is copper 2 oxide. Remember there. So this is black color. Okay, it is of black color. Okay, so remember there, means when copper was heated in the presence of oxygen or by a street lamp, so a black layer, means their black layer is coated on copper powder, and that's why a black substance copper 2 oxide is formed there. But the most interesting thing is there, that if it is again, remember, if it is again means hydrogen gas, remember there, it is the hydrogen gas. When hydrogen gas is passed through this copper oxide, then again the reduction reaction is taken place. Means this black coating is removed from there. So how you can say there, see, copper oxide we have taken there, and when hydrogen gas is passed there, this is black color as I have mentioned here, so it forms copper and then H2O is formed. So again there copper oxide was there, when hydrogen gas is passed it converts into copper and then H2O is formed there. So you can say that this is a type of redox reaction. Type of redox reaction where this copper oxide has been reduced because there is a loss of oxygen, and hydrogen is gained with oxygen. So that's why there is the oxidation. You can remember there it is the reduction. There it is the reduction. Why reduction? As oxygen has been lost there and this is gained oxygen, so that's why there is the oxidation. So you should remember this is the type of redox reaction. So whenever comes redox reaction you can. So next, that is the activity number 7. So that is the electrolysis of water. Remember, here water has been kept and some few drops of H2SO4 has been placed there to increase the rate of reaction. Okay, so that's why it is known as acidulated water. Acidulated water, and it is connected with 6-volt battery. Other arrangements you can, I have no need to tell here. So actually what the observation we get there at the anode, this is anode. Okay, at anode we find some bubbles, that is of oxygen, and there at cathode we find the bubbles of hydrogen gas, that's volume is almost twice of the oxygen. So always question comes there. Actually H2O was broken into H2 plus O2 there by the electrolysis. So there it is electric current, so it is type of electrolysis, and actually the volume of hydrogen gas is double that of the hydrogen gas, means volume of hydrogen at cathode, remember students, at cathode is twice of the oxygen. Okay, so remember when electrolysis of water is done, actually there few drops of H2SO4 is also mixed there to increase the rate of the reaction, otherwise it is a very slow reaction. So H2O is broken into H2 plus O2, so that is electrolysis, means you can say electric decomposition there. So volume of hydrogen gas that is collected there at cathode is double of the gas, that is oxygen, at anode. So these are some activities that I have explained, and definitely questions from these activities will come in the examination, this board examination. I hope that you should watch my video very carefully and note that points that I have told you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you, students.